Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. This is an interesting one because it wasn't actually described to me as cursed. The person who played this and submitted it was reasonably confident that it was just a difficult run that they misplayed in, and as a result, lost their 7-win streak on it. Still sounds pretty good for the series. We did get a couple people in Discord who managed to push wins to it, so that's pretty nice. These are not confident victories, but they're good ones. These are usually, this kind of a score is a sign that someone did a fine job and didn't really leak anything important on the Divinity or Seraph, that you could still drop maybe like a 5 damage backline or something. Maybe you ascend a spikes guy and he hits you twice or something. Something to that extent. But this is not indicative of a lot of damage being taken. So, seems pretty good. It means there is a line here that I think we can demonstrate that hopefully will help the submitter not pass away on runs like this. It is also Rector plus Exile Stygian, which is not terrible, I suppose. Though I do get the challenge here, right? You have dregs plus possible incants that are self-discarding. It can be a little sticky depending on the line you end up. That said, if you're gonna have dregs, Rector is the best person to have dregs with. So, hard to say. Pretty strong though, in my opinion. It is Rector, so but anyway, let me explain what's going on if you're joining us for the first time. First, hey, hello. Basically, this is a series of viewer submitted runs. So if you're playing Covenant 25 Monster Train and you either struggle or you have a great run, and of course, no mutators, that is important, you could submit like expert challenges, but you have to understand that by virtue of them having mutators, especially challenging mutators, you have removed the possibility for every run to be more or less winnable. And it's understandable sometimes you create unwinnable seeds. At least to me. I used to allow them, and then someone would submit something that's like, haha, essentially extra pain chain expert challenge. And I'm looking at this like, one, I don't want to play this, and two, obviously it's unwinnable. You add like 8 dead weights to your run. There are going to be draw orders that just murder you. So that's why I play this series without mutators. It's also kind of the standard way of playing the game, so hopefully that resonates with people. But if you get a run like that, you can go to your run summary, generate a challenge link with the button therein. You'll get a 3-word combo similar to what you see here at the top of the screen, and then you can send it my way, however you reasonably can get it to me. The best way to get it to me is via Discord. If you go to my main channel and look at the About Me, there is a link there for it. This server is good because it has a channel specifically for curse submissions, and like you saw here with this submission, you get a few other people playing it. This is helpful because you can see other people's mistakes, you can see other people's successes. And then you also don't have to wait for me to put it on the channel because I could be delayed or I might have other things to do. I'm only doing one of these a week, so it could be challenging if you rely specifically on me. That said, if you get it to me any other means, I will happily run it on the channel anyway. Give it to me on the YouTube comment. You can put it in an email. I've gotten those before. You can send it to me on Reddit, whatever. So that's basically it. We're currently on a 58 win streak here. We had the Battle Votivary Infinite, which it's a tough run to identify, but we saw the pieces so early that I quickly picked up on it. Waxer Snuffer in Ring 1, we had Ring 2 Votivary shown to us. You had Razor Sharp Edge, which is functional in building the Infinite out. You can simply kill Votivary that way. Or what I ended up doing, there's an old magic, I believe it was on ring 3, which gave you 20 gold. So I was rolling in infinite money as well, because I could infinite for money on any floor I wanted to. Eventually I just stopped because it wasn't entertaining anymore, but yes, we had a 9-card final deck due to all the removals I could afford, and with quick and multi-strike, Votivary ended up killing Seraph and Divinity, hence the Battle Votivary Infinite. Huge fan, love to see it. Yeah, and so that's where we left that episode. So I think that's everything we've got here. And yeah, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see what we get here today, yeah? Yeah, let's try it out. Sure. Rector? Seems good. Let's go. It's interesting because I find Rector to be one of the more commonly submitted cursed seeds, simply by virtue of I think people are not very confident with Dark Calling, so he feels worse to them than they are, or rather than the run is. So it's interesting. I just find that an interesting note. He's one of the harder champions to play effectively in that way. I also think navigating his other lines can be fairly difficult in general. So all right, as before, we are default melting Exile Stygian. We're facing Double Barrel Daedalus, Spell Shield Fell, and Diligent Seraph. Diligent always spicy when you have a unit starter. Wicklash, Helical Crystallis, Engulfed in Smoke are our openers. Excellent cards. You have Defense Pact and Engulfed in Smoke, you have an Offensive Slam, and you have Scaling plus Wicklash, which is just great in general for Burnout extenders. So yeah, cool. I love it. Awesome. Temples today are 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. Is that 5? That is 5 temples. Great news. We have the dupe on Magic Sign on 8, which is nothing special. Nothing great there. Just kind of off in that way. It's good to know where it is, though. I tend to always go this way because it's such a force multiplier, but yeah. We have Magic and Steel Shops on 7. Steel Shop winning out in strength due to the Vortex, but the Magic Shop has a cave, so it's not too bad. There is double money Trinket Shop here. So what, Stygian melting? Still, a double money Trinket Shop lets you pretty much buy 2 things, more or less, as long as you walk in with some cash. This is extremely powerful. It competes with a very good Steel Shop, though, with Vortex and a cave. So, both sides very strong here. No Magic Shop. Meanwhile, no Steel Shop on 5. There's Removal Dupe Caves, and then a Magic Shop with a Horde. The Removal Dupe is really good, with Caves, too. I love that. Yeah, we'll see. That's a tough one to skip, too. Random Dupe on 4, with Health and Money, not impressive. No shops at all on Ring 4. There's a Vortex Horde, Stygian Banner, that's really good. I love that side. You can easily cut out some Train Stewards here, do some good stuff. You do get double both other shops early on. Magic Shop has a Stygian banner, Steel Shop has a Remnant banner on 2. On Ring 3, however, you have a Merchant of Steel with the Remnant banner. So looking like a Remnant line here, off the cuff, but we might see a reason to go to a Magic Shop, right? Yeah, it's hard to predict. We have some good holdover targets. I mean, of course, like holdover -2 Engulfed in Smoke is huge. I think you can also win off the back of holdover -1 Wicklash. -1 Spell Chain Wicklash will look pretty good. I mean, there's some pretty good hits there, but they're all reliant on holdover. So I'm not as keen to go that way. But Remnant Banner, you could roll poorly, and then you have to, even if you see a multi-strike, it looks bad. It's going to depend on if we get a unit draft here or not, and like what our spells are, so we'll just see what we see. Vapor Funnel, Jack Strips. Jack Strips is pretty sick early on. I'm a big fan. Vapor Funnel, however, it's really good. If I end up having to go down like a Harvest line, which I don't think is very good here for the record, but there is a sweeper in this clan combo, and we do have Wicklashes, so we could potentially do big, thick sweeper behind impossibly dense Harvest Rector. It's possible. I think I've done that recently on the channel. I can't even remember when. I think Jack Strips from the early position is going to be stronger. We probably answer everything else pretty handily. We have the option of Hot Shark in this clan combo for Vapor Funnel and backline answering. I'm going to go with Jack Strips because I think this cleans up a lot. And Conduit Infiltrators. I mean, it's gonna make Double Barrel Daedalus so much easier. Yeah, we'll take Jack Strips. I think you could honestly go either way. They kind of answer the same problem here. Burnout, Harvest. Not guaranteed, but we do have Burnout extenders. We do have a Burnout extender, and if I manage to play we have Jack Strips as well, which helps a ton here, because it's essentially backline clear. So let's think about this. If I play every single Dreg, it's 5. Every single Train Steward, that's 4. It's 9 out. That leaves me with 13 cards, which means He could be in the bottom 3 if I hold out on Burnout Rector, right? He could end up in... Because of the way we only have so many units here that we can clear, he could end up bottom 3. Now, can we beat the boss, any of the bosses, without him? Yes, actually. Crystallis plus Foregone Power enables this. So I think we actually go Burnout here, and even if we whiff on Ring 1, we don't die because of Frostbite plus Crystallis. It's one of the things. Foregone Power, despite not being an incredible starter, and self-discarding, rather, the random discards are very annoying, I'm okay with it, right? I'm going to take the Retribution here. I think we get away with this. It's a cheeky play. Oh, we're actually just free, though. I mean, we just high roll and do it out the gate. It's very good. I'm going to go ahead and drop Train Steward in front to tank some of that, and then we get a kill with the drag. It does not matter. Fine. Obviously, I'm not even using jackstrips here, but it's okay. It does not really matter here. Here, we got the Collector. Good job. And then this other guy passes away from jackstrips. It's fine. And then we just go ahead and drop in some other stuff. Play the Engulfed in Smoke. I mean, this is free, right? Absolutely. Cool. Good job. Thank you, Burnout Rector. Extremely cool. All right. I'm going to click on Draft here because this could be my line. It's hard not to take the multi-strike when it's shown, and I already have the Wick Lashes. I love Purifying Cleanse in a Burnout Rector, just generally speaking. I think Heal plus Burnout Extender is excellent, but I don't think we need this. Draft could open up a lot, especially if I'm going to this steel shop, right? We'll click it, for sure. And then we take Flash Freeze because it's a ping. Yes, absolutely. Good, great. Okay, this didn't really help this challenge, though, right? Which direction are we going? Now, I'm not Dark Calling. If I were Dark Calling, I think going left is the slam dunk because Draft Infusion into whatever they show me in the Remnant banner is winning, but tough. The next thing you have to ask yourself is if they show me a multi-strike and a bunch of dead Remnant units, that's still pretty bad, right? That's pretty rough because I can't really benefit from it. I could go right. Multi-strike into a sweeper, for instance, is pretty good, but I'm going to need to be able to intrinsic a Burnout Extender then. Let's go to the Magic Shop because I think a holdover is a stronger play. And -1s into a possible set of Spell Chains, because I have 2 chances at Spell Chain. -1 Spell Chain Wicklash is winning here. So we're going to go to the Stygian banner. I think the Sweepers are better than anything we get in Remnant, and I think Hot Shark is better than anything we get in Remnant. That's 3 out of 6 right there. I think statistically you're going to see something better from the Magic side here. So hopefully we actually do. Double stack. It's not terrible. What do we get in Temple? A +30, 10 in Piercing. Not great. 2 of the not ideal units. We're going to take the Siren of the Sea, I guess. Basically, we just low-rolled everything. Unfortunate. I'm going to still take -1s because we get value that way. I like that. This double stack. I mean, double stack Engulfed in Smoke is pretty sick. I probably should click this. I will. I can still re-roll from here, right? Now, we don't hit the holdover, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and make a Wicklash here, -1. I'm going to leave Engulfed in Smoke at 3 cost, by the way. It seems unnecessary, but it opens up a -2 as a really good hit. And we move on. That's a very unfortunate shop. We just missed everything. Take this unit draft. I think we cheat our way out of this. Yeah, I think we do cheat our way out of this. I'm not going to play Rector right away. Yeah, I think I'm not going to play Rector right away. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Okay, I will play him right away. Fine, you got me. And let's hope for the best. You get Train Steward out and we incant the Siren. She can still win. It's tough is my biggest challenge here. It's very Very tough. Now, sadly, if I had put the dragon back, I think we actually get the collector here, which is unfortunate, but fine. All right, because like I could whiff here. Hey, just hit. Just high roll, as it turns out. I'm also going to play the dragon back on this one to stop that 5 damage. I've learned my lesson. Not really. I take 1 damage to the pirates, okay? Okay. We're going to buy us an extra turn with the flash freeze. Incredible work. Play out some other trash here. I could have gotten away with the double stack there and probably won, but it was not necessary in my opinion. It lets me do like this connecting. We win this, no problem. I lose the collector because of that drag positioning. Not ideal. Not a big fan of how that panned out, but I'm okay with it in the end. It's tough. I'm going to grab Molded. I think it's correct here. I like Burnout Extension, but Molded is just revive your guy, right? This is get out of jail free. Big fan. And I'll take an offering token. I do have a friend in Siren form. I'm going to take Shark here. Absolutely. Shark is your friend. Missing that collector may cost me the reroll here, which is a big downside. We're going to look at the Steel Shop, though. We get an Endless out of the gate, though. That's incredible. Baron, Thug. Baron and Thug. It's unlikely we get Harvest on the right floor thanks to Titan Sentry, so I think we skip this and we look for another Siren possibly. I'm going to take the Endless into Shark because obviously this hard carries so much of the run. We do hit Spell Chain, which is going into Wicklash. Yes. We don't have a great infusion setup right now. I'm going to look at this Caverns real fast from this position. I'll take Trap Shoot every time. Every time. You could argue Polyclaw, but 2 cost is maybe a little expensive. I'd rather avoid the Ember later on. I think Trap Shoot's overall better. Plus, Trap Shoot's more flexible into other combats, right? Obviously, you can send a man to hell, but that's okay. I think we chill. Endless here is very strong. I have no multi-strike, but I do have a draft somewhere if I want to go that route. I could have done that infusion there, but I don't think it's right. You just kind of cruise on Mr. Sharkman, I think, right? Let him exist. I can disrespect upstairs. Yeah. I think we can play this out pretty aggressively. Yeah, because I have a Molded in here. Even if he does Burnout, I don't really care that much. Yeah, I don't really care that much. The Siren will eventually get us out of here. So we're probably not going to see what we want. Oh my gosh, I do actually hit the Wicklash. It's insane. Amazing. Play Shark. Good job. Didn't expect it, but it's fine. Double barrel there does hurt, though, however. Man, 4 stealth is pretty good as it turns out, but I think what we're going to do is play the draft and then flash freeze the boss. I would like to... I actually think we need it. I'm going to leak this guy in middle, but I'm going to actually put this damage into the boss. I think it's better. I do want the incants. I think they're important. We're going to leak something here. I think it's inevitable, so fair enough. Oh, actually, we can simply drip a friend and get away with it, I think. And then we do everything else. This gives us free damage, which I super appreciate, actually. Yeah. And then you get to just Elevator Shark here, and it's chillin'. We go for the incants. Incredible news. We drop in some dregs downstairs because they are free damage. We incant, it's fine. Okay, now no healing does mean we're in a little bit of a tough situation here, but that's okay. You just play Shark again. We do clear this floor. I go ahead for... I'm going to put this into the boss at this point, it's fine. We get out of this combat, no problem, because Daedalus is not really able to do anything against me, so... yeah. Our Siren is not impressive. It's really Burnout Rector plus Frostbite here, and that's okay. Devourer of Death. Siren Song is really good here, I think. I'm going to grab that. Okay, we get a sweeper. This is it, right? Yeah, this is it. This is our Siren Infusion. Yeah, fine. Okay. Draw cards, please. I think we're in the draw card mode here. We've managed to avoid taking anything too expensive. I want to go removals. Is there a dupe that's really strong? It's the Wicklash, right? The Wicklash is a really strong dupe from this position. But this is a very weak dupe side, right? You have just money that's random. I'm going to go removals here. I could see a Shark Infusion, which would be very cool. Yeah, left side is just overall stronger. Cuddlebeard is disgusting. What? I love it. Give me some removals on Train Stewards. That's a big play. I mean, just between the Horde and the removals, I'm feeling good. And we get the Shark Self-Infuse. Absolutely. Enemy units deal 1 less damage. Volatile Gauge is how you lose the run. Tethys' Scales. I really don't have payouts for this. I'm going to take the -1s. This can hurt me on Ring 4. Unupgraded Absolvers go to 0, which means Shark doesn't get attacked into them. But I think it's still worth it. We're going to go Burnout 2. He's just a big tank man in front. And we stay sub 40 here. Heaven's Seal. Heaven's Seal is tough. We already have literally the best relic for our run, so I'm going to off that. I don't think I need it. Shark, go exist down here and just kill everything, please. Rector comes upstairs in glorious fashion. Now, do I need to put this guy in front? No, it's fine. I am not going to play the Siren. Is she better? No, she's fine here. Oh, man, I didn't even consider Cold Kalia plus Cuddlebeard. I was so obsessed with Shark, I didn't even think about it. Shark 1v1's this boss as is, though, so I'm not even really worried. I'm just going to play the Siren. I think it's enough for this particular combat. And we go for Burnout Extenders on the guy who it matters for, so... Cool. I like it. Great. I'm going to go ahead and Siren Song this floor. Because I want the Collector, and you can't stop me. Seems good. Let's put Cold Kalia downstairs. She does excellent work. Yeah, top floor, give me money, thank you. Yeah, this easy clears the whole floor. Good. We replay Endless Shark. He's excellent. I'm just going to put the second Shark on middle because that just seems disrespectful, and I love that. And then we're burning out units here, I think. Just kind of playing them to the best of our ability. Sure, sure. Works for me. It's a lot of Frostbite on middle, but he does get full healed. Go ahead and reform the draft here. I'm going to play this draft, this Drag the Tank. Big draft goes middle. Does some respectable damage there. Can't really play anything else out. So let's add some more Frostbite. We actually kill in the back, which is pretty big. Get rid of that. Healer is strong. Cool. I'm actually feeling great about this. And then if you want to really just disrespect the world, you can drop Engulfed in Smoke on a random floor, but I don't think we need to. I think we can get away with this by doing other things. So... we are loaded up, though. I can't even play these Train Stewards, which is pretty sad, but fine. Right. Let's lean into top floor. I think it is better to do it. I'm going to go ahead and drip this guy. I don't feel like looking at him. That seems like a bad call, but this man does pass away to Frostbite, and then we can do the draft downstairs. I can give him some burnout, and he basically... yeah, he 1v1s this combat, never mind. It's easy. I had a feeling he might, actually, because he hits so many times. It's just free damage. Cool. Alright, we get more higher score by doing it that way. All good. Crushing Demise is a snap click. Kill random heavies? Yes, please. Good card. I'm also needing to think about a little bit about Diligent. We're not very heavily inclined into spells right now, but we do have something that we want to do. Ice Empire is a pick. I like it. I'm taking spells that diversify my temples. We're going to go to this removal dupe because it's nonsense strong. At worst, it's a dupe on this Wicklash. At best, it's so much more flexibility. I don't know, maybe we see something for the Caverns or whatever. The Magic Shop does not inspire a lot of confidence. It would just be -1s. A -2 would be sick here. Noting that we do have 3 more temples, I think we have a lot of flexibility. So let's go right. Let's cut the last Train Stewards. I'm never going to self-infuse them. There's no reason to. Temples today is another spell chain. I don't hate it, but it's not what I was hoping for, right? The other two are much stronger. Today it is Titan Sentry self-infused. This is now a disgusting amount of Frostbite. Just run soloing amounts of Frostbite. You make 2 of those, you put them on 2 floors, and all heavies die, pretty much. The only thing you have to answer is mini-bosses, and the Relentless, I guess. So, now the next question becomes, what is my plan for the run, right? I could do, like, Cold Kalia infused with Draft for multi-strike. I haven't really looked at Steel Shops. I do think I want to take this other Wicklash spell chain. Let's look at the Caverns real quick then, see what we hit. Oh, space, that's actually excellent. It's not Frozen Nostalgia, right? No, not a chance. It's just like Crystallis here. I'll take space, I'm good with that. This means I get double draw, because I was considering space for a few things. Okay. Let me do some calibration of this run here. I want to think first about Diligent. We have 1, 2, 6, 10, 13, 16, 17 cards, not factoring spell chains. We're probably okay. What is this dupe? You have so many options. So many options. What am I duping? It could be... What's my line? So the question then becomes, like, what am I actually playing here? It's a tough call, actually. We could even play mid-floor, actually, with Rector tanking. Magic shops are pretty strong, but it's going to be Steel Shop coming up, almost certainly. I have the money, and while I love double money Trinket Shop, I need to look at a Steel Shop here. Even plus 25s are a big win. Mr. Shark does not have another upgrade yet, so... Okay, so my line could be Draft into Cold Kalia. This is very strong for Relentless because of the Frostbite 5 and Cuddlebeard making it so that I can really tick up some big numbers. If I get Stealth on that floor, it's good. This is Burnout City, however, which means I probably do want... Unfortunately, no Intrinsic yet, right? That's a Purge, yeah. So I could do triple Spell Chainers, which is really powerful, but she could burn out first because it's only turn 1. We obviously have a Reform to handle that. This looks somewhat dicey on Diligent. It's possible. Siren of the Sea is another infusion option. It's really slow. I'll be clear with you, it's really slow, and we still have a bunch of dregs and a bunch of foregone powers that are randomly discarding my other stuff. I don't love the Siren here. She might get cut next floor, actually. I'm thinking it's Draft into Cold Kalia, but I look for some kind of burnout consistency. I take the other spell chain, and then I also dupe the Wicklash again. I think so. I think we take this. I could have saved that for an Intrinsic, but we aren't sure we're going to see it. We're not going to do this setup now. Like, I'm not going to do this infusion because I already took an infusion. I could Purge. Get rid of a foregone power. It's not terrible, right? I don't think I want to go to 100 here. Let's move on. I think I'm okay with this. Alright, yeah, we completely body this combat, thanks to Self-Infused Shark. Harpy has just passed away, essentially. I can guarantee Collector by playing this middle. Yeah, I'll do that. We draft first because I don't feel like taking Burnout. I don't want to give him Rage. So... But I don't want to take up too much space here. So let's play a drag up here and then leave this other drag out. I guess we can... If we drop the drag down here, he loses this rage. Yeah, he loses the rage in time for everything else. Now, here's the next question. Who is on this floor today? Siren? Or Cold Kalia? I don't like this Master of Light, but we are hitting him for 100 with Rector. I kind of think if I send it on the Crystallis on middle, we're okay. Let's take Cold Kalia here. I think it's better. Yeah. And then I will Crystallis Middle. This guarantees this man passes away. I don't even need to incant anymore, so we get Frostbite in downstairs and it's fine. Okay. I think we're okay. Put Dregs middle. A Dreg middle. Putting one bottom floor is okay as well. Now, I would like very much... Mid floor is clear. Yeah. I want to deal with this bottom floor guy. Yeah, if we can kill this Clip Defender, then we open up this other heavy here, and that's going to be helpful. Alright. Crushing Demise. We do kill front guy. Incredible news. I cannot Siren Song here. So what the angle is, we draw past, see what we hit. Ah, my alarm I almost caught it in time. Let's go ahead and Wicklash in the back. I'm guaranteed another Wicklash coming up. Yes. I would like this floor to be stronger. I'm going to crush downstairs. It's the worst possible hit, but it's still worth it. And then we do some Frostbite downstairs. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Ah, well, double Wicklash does mean I need to play it out. For sure. Now, this is looking like a run where I do really want to actually play the... Oh, man, Shark having one hit point here is just a tragedy into Relentless. I could kill him and refresh him. I actually will do that, by the way. 100%. And then, can I sack the Siren? I will. I will sack the Siren for health here. And then we get some Frostbite on the boss. Okay. This lets us refresh Shark at least, which is very important considering everything. Like, this is just a disgusting amount of everything. We do some Frostbite, and then we put him in front again, and this is going to be even more Frostbite here. Because I don't think we win right now. We do with the Trap Shoot hit, but, you know, fair enough. Sure. We do with the Trap Shoot hit. We didn't need it, though. We planned around this, so we're good. Second Engulfed in Smoke. I think this is going to be a stealth line for survivability. Yeah, I like Sacred Wicks, but it's inconsistent. Mortal Entrapment. We could go Daze. I already have the double stack chilling in an Engulfed in Smoke. Let's take this Engulfed in Smoke, too. I think that's good. Crystalline Seeds is excellent here. It's a wave clear that also beats Diligent. We're going to go to the right. I finally get a Steel Shop of some import. Multi-strike out the gate. The plus 25 does go into Shark. Okay, this man is loaded. Now, this multi-strike, this is your commitment point. It's money. It's removals. Okay. I think it is Siren. We're going to lock it in. I have the Cuddlebeard, and I think we're doing a terrible job of incanting, so we're going to go multi-strike Siren here. I'm going to re-roll this. Multi-strike Quick? Quick is interesting, but I don't think it's necessary, because if I go in on stealth, we're fine. So if we take health, it's less likely she simply passes away, which is important. I can go Magic Shops coming up. I go to the dupe with Magic Shop on Ring 8. I think I like this. We'll just take a plus 25 on her, really. And then that's perfect. She now survives the first couple of turns. We're going to look for a Concealed Caverns overstack now. Trade Pyre Health for an artifact. I'm in. I'm in. Don't cost me too much, man. Flicker's Liquor? Absolutely, I'll take that. That's even more Ember saved. Happy to have it. Vortex here is Siren gone. Yes, it's Siren out of here. She's hurting my draw order. And I think I do want to cut one Foregone Power. We're going to still want to draft some stuff. I'm not going to take this money. I don't think I need it. And we move on here. We don't need to cut anything else, do we? Not presently. You could cut to improve consistency on Rector, because you want some of those burnouts, but we have 3 hits in 30 cards and we're drawing 6. It's pretty likely we see something. Shark, 1v1 God, please. If we lose them, I'm not that pressed about it, you know? It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Shark, by the way, just does 30 Frostbite permanently here. It's excellent. We might very well lose our friend. I kind of don't care. It's fine. I can revive him, right? I haven't drawn the molded yet. Ah, we're chilling. What could possibly go wrong? Now, I do need to... Yeah, I was going to say I do need to fish for some burnout extenders here. I need to improve my damage overall. Let's just Frostbite the boss here, right? We just load this thing up with like 58 Frostbite. It's hard to go wrong there. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. Sacrifice a Dreg for tanking. We continue the burnout extension. I have enough turns that this is not a big deal. I'm going to mold off floor, because you might as well take free hits when you can. Yeah, should be okay. I think we do this, we improve consistency on the stealth, and we look pretty happy about this, right? Hitting a -2, or at least a -1, is going to be worthwhile here. It's 4 stealth, I mean, that's great. And then we Frostbite downstairs. We sack a Dreg, I think. Now, again, it actually works out in my favor a little bit, because you play a unit and it makes things free. So I should probably have played that before dropping. Interesting. Yeah, let's think about Flicker's Liquor. It's not actually critically important here, but a good example would be a mold here into a Dreg is better, right? Because it has to hit the Engulfed in Smoke, right? Then we can draw into other cards and decide what we want to do. Interesting. Well, I do take damage. I didn't pay any attention to it. I didn't need to do that 11. I was thinking so much about the Flicker's Liquor. I should have put both those in the back. I really didn't want Rector to burn out. Actually, I'm not mad about taking that 11. I think risking Rector at 1 burnout here would have been dumb. That would have been a very dumb play, in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. Anyway, let's Frostbite these floors. There's really no reason to do anything else. I think it's hard to lose from this position. We have so much stealth, and as long as I can keep the burnout going, we're okay. Yeah. The burnout extension is doing a fair enough job here, in my opinion. Shark as well is going to just be able to go in front on this floor, which is kind of fun. You play... So let's think about Flicker's Liquor angles here. You play this so you can drop this. We get the free stealth as a result. I have the 1 ember necessary to keep my floor from burning out. It's good. And we Frostbite. I mean, I guess you could Daze here and take additional Frostbite. There's no reason not to. She takes 2 turns for free. And then, yeah, Shark just kind of drops in front. Although I really think... There's no cheeky way of doing this turn, right? You're not guaranteed to hit it, so you just drop Shark. He does get hit. Oh, we just high roll. Easy. Game is free. And then you Siren Song for disrespect. Oh no, I killed my floor. What have I done? Haha, gotcha, loser. It's fine. You may as well click the cards when you're having fun. Hallowed Halls is... not good with the Dreg situation. Second Siren Song? No. Siren Song is kind of just backup for Engulfed in Smoke. I'm going to skip this here. Second card draw is your friend. And, alright. We're going Magic Shop twice here. I'm looking for... Holdover would be cool. A plus 30 is unfortunate. Intrinsic... And you have Intrinsic Siren Song, which is pretty potent. That buys you so many turns. Permafrost. Now we're cooking a little bit. Permafrost Siren Song is fun. Remember as well that making things cost 0 is advantageous from a Flicker's Liquor perspective. Oh, come on, phone. I didn't snooze it. I'm so sorry. Still getting these plus 30s here. This is really unfortunate. I could make Ink, like Ice Empire good. I don't love that, though. The intrinsic... I think intrinsic Trap Shoot is the cheapest way of doing this, but intrinsic Siren Song is pretty solid, too. This just neuters Divinity and basically prevents my guy from dying, which I think is pretty important. We're going to go ahead with the infusion here. If she burns out, I'm not offended by it, right? I can bring her back. Which means what I should and must do is the permafrost here actually goes on, where is it? Molded. You simply must hold the molded until you need it. Right. Now, Flicker's Liquor can hit that. I don't love it. I'm leaning towards -1/-1 in Engulfed in Smoke, and then on the next floor we either take a -1 on the double stacker or a -2 if they show it to us. Because Engulfed in Smoke simply must be played every time I see it. And I think that's important. +10. I'm going to put this into Ice Empire. I'm going to put this into Ice Empire. Just to make it a little stronger. I might put a plus... I don't know if I want a +30 in this. You might do it. I might do it. It might actually happen. We're probably going to click that +30. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do this. It's whatever. Double stack again. I mean, double stack Siren Song, that buys a lot of turns. It's kind of funny. Although, double stack Engulfed in Smoke is also pretty free, right? It's a lot of stealth. It's an obnoxious amount of stealth. I actually think I'd rather redraw faster and make this one free, being clear. Yeah. I'm a little bummed out about how these have gone. Minor Stone, huh? Make her tiny? You could make her tiny and make another one? The interesting... Ooh, that's... You can make her tiny and make another one. Or I could make Shark small and make another one of him. 2 of him is potent. The question just becomes mini-bosses. We have a Crushing Demise. The thing about making her tiny is that burnout management is going to be a struggle on this floor. Obviously, it's strong because there's 2 more hits of Frostbite that's going to do a lot of work. You want to know what's funny? In hindsight, Vapor Funnel is much stronger in this run because we ended up on a Frostbite line that's very low damage otherwise. So enemies walking up. I think the Jag Strips helped us out in the early game as I described it would, but I do think in hindsight, Vapor Funnel would have been nice. But you know, hindsight's 20/20, right? I mean, it's one of those things where it's... You could... watch this video and then make a comment, man, you should have taken Vapor Funnel, and I'll go, yeah, I agree. Having seen the whole run, I agree, but when I'm making these decisions, I haven't seen the run. I'm evaluating them for their various choices along the way. I think what we can do, and this, I've delayed my decision here. The infusion is on ring 8, right? So what we can do is we can make Cold Kalia tiny, delay the infusion, we dupe her, before we infuse her, and then we infuse her, and then we're only paying attention to the burnout on one of them. Is that actually better than just making a second shark? No, it's not. It's not better than just making a second shark. And if I'm going to make a second shark, then making him small is superior. Yeah, I'm in on that. Make him tiny. Tiny shark is good. He's tiny. You could also have made him huge, but then he never fits on the floor again, which is a little bit sad. We go Burnout 3, of course. It is just better. Yeah, it's just better. +30. I mean, I can make this Ice Empire very strong. I can do it. You know, there was also the option of double stack intrinsic Siren Song for just straight up 6 turns of days on Divinity. You can just fully neuter that, I think. But at this point, they're competing, right? Days and stealth stacks are ticking down together. I'm gonna take this +30. I think that's worth it. The intrinsic here, I mean, intrinsic engulfed in smoke. Do you think I can guarantee this, actually? It's not as good as you think, because I might not have the Cold Kalia down, yeah? It's true. Whereas intrinsic Siren Song guarantees buys me some turns. That's true. I like the trap shoot, though. Despite the fact that it's lower, trap shoot is free. One, I have flicker, sure. But the two part here is that this works on diligent on a purifier if I don't hit shark, which I actually think does matter. So we're gonna, and also by the time I hit the stealth, it's not as important to do as much days. So we're gonna intrinsic trap shoot here. I think that's good. And I'm gonna delay this infusion. Yes. Okay, fine. We move on from here. This double stack I don't think is happening. Let me look at it again. Contemplating. 4 days is not terrible. Drawing 7. Do I click this? Maybe. Maybe I do. I do like this 4 days. We're going to click it. I'm going to do the trap shoot at 2. I think that's fine. This, I think, is better mostly for diligent, is why I'm considering it. It's really just because I want to be able to do something there. I'm guaranteed to get this money, no problem. I either get Shark or I get Cold Kalia. Both answer this problem. Yeah, cool. All right, so the angle today is Rector, Cold Kalia. We stealth out the gate here. And then I'm going to... First Wicklash is going into Rector here. And we chill on the rest of this. Yes. Okay. Alright, Shark goes middle for sure. We get the crush middle. Oh my gosh, that crush on bottom floor was outrageous. I'm a huge fan. The dregs are doing decent work. Who gets this? I'm afraid of this big heavy guy, so we're going to give him the frostbite. And we sit unmolded here. Sure. Alright, we have some stealth down. Shark is going to do excellent work. Yeah, incredible. Ice Empire just murders here. Amazing work. And then now we begin the process of Burnout extension elsewhere. Yes. This enables our floor to actually do some damage, which is good. 6. We have, what, 5 here? It's fine. Put it in the Cold Kalia. All good. I'm going to sit on Molded here. I don't think it matters, really. Yeah, it does not matter, in fact. Cool. We're just going to drop a bunch of dregs, and they're going to make my Engulfed in Smoke free. Bottom floor is clear, which lets me actually play Titan Sentry bottom next turn, which is cool. I'm going to draw past some stuff. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Or all good. I guess I can... I don't actually need this reform here, so let's take it. Yeah, fine. Okay. The cool thing about this, though, is that Crystalline Seeds opens up... Yeah, mid-floor is fine. So we get to drop Shark bottom floor now. We get to blast the man upstairs. We play a Dreg, which gives me the Engulfed in Smoke for free. I work on mid-floor here, and we're chilling. This floor easily kills this top. I'm not even concerned about it a little bit. Burnout into my front friend. It's important. And then we start working on back friend again. Honestly, great. I'm going to draw past some stuff. We're just going to hit Frostbite wherever we can get it. I think we chill. Dark Elevators, and I'm not mad about it. Yeah, Shark Elevators, and we chill. I need the Burnout to at least match the stealth, is the trick. I really can't do terribly much here, so we're just going to discard some stuff and not really worry about it. Cool. The stealth wins this combat on Relentless, so I'm not afraid. Cool. This looks pretty good. The question then becomes, how do I do this on the... Diligent is the hardest part here. Yeah, we easy win this, right? You see it happen. We're going to go ahead and gamble here. Maybe we hit stealth. We do. It's good. Great news. Cool. And then you Crushing Device and lose. We actually do strong enough we don't even need the shark to be played there, which is nice. He was just kind of a flicker-slicker play, so that's cool. Memories of the Melted, Sacred Wicks. I'm going to grab Sacred Wicks as a security against Diligent. I know I probably don't need to take a bunch of stuff, but anyway, Unnamed Tome is getting clicked. Absolutely, it's worth it. Cool. We go right for the dupe. It's strong. I feel pretty good about this. We got the money. We get everything we need here. Totem Fragment is fun. The Rules of Containment is actually a decent amount of Frostbite. Oh my god, stop giving me magic power. No spell chains, no -2s, or rather no -2s in this whole run at least. Alright, we're going to put a -1 in Engulfed in Smoke. I need this to actually be playable if I cannot connect the other pieces here. It's important. A +10 double stack here. I don't want to make anything that's free not free. Reroll that. Remove Consume. Not what I want either. I'm going to 20 consume a Crystallis here because these are kind of dumb cards. And I'm going to make the Ice and Pyre free. I'm not taking another +30 in this. It does, at 240 is strong enough. Alright, that's unfortunate. My Trinket Shop. I don't think any of these really earn it. Reroll. Sketches? Sketches is terrible. Lightstone Casing. Was there anything cheeky I could have done here? Could have made Engulfed in Smoke cost 1. Improved Firebox. Last time I drafted, I skipped Improved Firebox. Chat yelled at me because apparently they thought it was... What was it? It was... I had a Primordium run with Superfood, and they were like, oh my god, but what about 7 more intrinsic Prismal Dust damage shields? And I'm like, guys, I'm thinking to myself, I don't need this damage shield, I need offense. And I skipped this because I re-rolled the shop to look for something better, and it was just like, the comments were wild. Is there another intrinsic play that makes this really good? Okay, so, yeah, there is. We do draft into Cold Kalia here. We do the hit. This is important. And then we're going to intrinsic the Molded, so I always have it. This way, if I draw it and it burns out, I'm not mad. I like that a lot. Now, the dupe here, you may be asking, what the heck do I dupe? That's actually a very good question. I think it's another Wicklash, being honest. I think we have good enough density of stealth here between these cards. And I think having another Wicklash is worth it. I can just burn these on Diligent and not feel too terrible. Yeah, I like it. I like it. We're Burnout extending. It's good. I do get some removals, though. So here's your next question. What am I removing? Let me count them up. 2, 3, 7, 11, 15, 18, 22. I have a lot of garbage in this run. I can remove Foregone Powers, is what that's telling me. I'm actually going to cut a Crystallis and a Foregone Power, because Crystallis is getting in the way of my Flicker hits. Foregone Power, goodbye. Alright, the other one consumes, I'm not mad about it. And then we can cut some dregs at this point. We're at 20 cards of spells, not factoring spell chains. But I'm playing them all out. I need to extend my Burnout, so I don't think we're going to be sitting on spell chain copies. Let's cut dregs now. Last chance to buy an upgrade versus another removal. What would it be? Could +30. I have the Lightstone Casing of a +30 Ice Empire to silly numbers, but I don't think it's worth it. I already took the Intrinsic. I took the Infusion. This is a Cursed Seed, right? Yes, this is a Cursed Head's moment of... Is this Trainwreck? I always get... I have so many series that sometimes they bleed together. Okay, I think we take the removal on another Dreg here. I don't think these other ones are paying out enough that I want them. And Sketches is too scary. I also don't want to play middle, just straight up. Okay, I can't afford anything else here. Can't afford anything else here. I don't want this +30. It does not provide enough value for me to care. And so we move on. Diligent 160 out of 100. I think that's pretty good. Diligence, really, in my opinion, the only one that scares me. Right, this is actually perfect. We did it, in my opinion. Because she's going to burn out, but I have the tool for this. I specifically, intelligently made this decision. Ooh, don't consume that. I wish to consume Trap Shoot. I did this for this exact unit. He is now dazed. Incredible. We get some stealth. It's not ideal. Flash freeze the boss for no real reason. I'll take out a spell shield. You might as well. Okay. She burns out. Oh no, my run is over, is what you're immediately thinking. But it's not true. It's not true. We're going to... I don't care about Vengeful Shard, but I do care if it steals a Flicker's Liquor. So we're going to play Shark Bottom here. Decent hit. My Consume... Foregone Power. Incredible hits. All right, we're going to go with Molded now. We bring back the Lady. All right, Engulfed in Smoke. I could have maybe done this a little better because I would have made a 0 cost Wicklash, but it's good. We get 4 turns of Burnout here. We're looking okay. Okay, thank you, Shark. Very cool. We're not getting any curses, thankfully. And we get some random Frostbite on the boss here. My burn here is, this turn is not that impressive, so I think we burn Foregone Power here. It's actually a pretty good discard. We get a bunch of Dregs. Now, Dregs are not actually impressive, so we just get them killed. But we're in an okay position. I just need to make sure to hold the Unnamed Tome for... There it is, Wicklash. Mid-floor, he's gone. Great. I will be playing Crystalline Seeds here into the boss. Yes. Okay, I will be playing Shark on bottom. I will play the Siren Song. This saves 23 health into my Cold Kalia. They're all dead anyway. They have so much Frostbite, they have ceased to be. I'm going to Self-Mutilation, and then we play the Wicklashes out, and I take 1 damage. I do have to spread the Burnout in order to make sure I don't die right now. Okay, 1 pyro damage, it's fine. Okay, no more curses on this turn. We don't have to play the Shark, so I'm feeling okay about this. Alright, the burn here is Sacred Wicks. Great job, champ. I'm a big fan. Just go ahead and hit bottom floor. It's a scary looking floor. Good grief. We do get Engulfed in Smoke, and I get big Burnout extenders here, which I'm a huge fan of. 7 turns of Burnout on everyone. Love that for me. We said. I could play that Foregone Power. It doesn't matter. Okay. Today's burn is Crystallis, I think. Is it? I want to be able to play both my Wicklashes. I think I'm going to burn the Offering Token, actually. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then we're going to go Burnout Extenders, right? We're going to play these out. 8 and 8. I'm at the point where I think I can funnel both of these into the back. I'm going to take the Vengeful Shard out. I may as well save that health. Shark doing a great job. Thank you, Shark. Very cool. Is there a hit here that matters for me? Not really. No, not really. Frostbite? Sure. Why not? My burn is... not a Siren Song here? No. Not a Siren Song here. We're not doing enough damage. I think... do I actually need to play a spell? You might as well play a spell, right? It seems dumb not to. So then, let's go to... let's burn Siren Song for free. Cool, I did it in the Pyre Room, so that was fine. I'm going to go ahead and toss Frostbite on the boss here. Is there anything else I care about? No, we chill. Alright, good enough. I did all that work. I burned Siren Song just so I could flash freeze the boss, and you know what? I'm not mad about it. Today, this is a burn on Unnamed Tome, because I don't feel like gambling the Foregone Power with 3 Vengeful Shard. I don't want to gamble it when I want to play all of these Wicklashes. So we just burn the Unnamed Tome here, and then we load it up. All right, we just want to make sure we have more burnout than we have. Yeah, I'm going to take 2 damage here, and I'm not mad about it. Cool. I should have played the foregone power. I had a good chance of hitting there. I didn't want to drop the molded, but that's a mistake. I could have saved 1 pyre health. It's fine. All right, we did it. Titan Sentry, let's go. Okay, we missed. It's fine. The burn here is the flash freeze. Good. Because I want to do engulfed in smoke, engulfed in smoke. I just want them to have enough stealth for their burnout. I'll leave this purge copy in. All right, I think we win here, right? We have 10 turns. 10 turns seems pretty good. Yeah, we got it. Great. In fact, it could have been worse. A lot of damage. All right, we did it. Whew. All right, good job. It's a lot of frostbite we're doing. This is enough turns to win Relentless. Okay, great. 3 damage taken. You know what? I like round numbers. Deal with it. It's fine. I think we handily defeat Divinity with this line. It's kind of ugly, but it's good, in my opinion. It's ugly because it's like I'm trying to balance burnout and stealth. Not an ideal turn 1, but we don't have to do the molded stuff. By the way, that permafrost intrinsic molded was just like huge brain on Diligent. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why would he do it? The answer is, because I'm a genius. What do you want from me? Play the Dreg, then the Rector, then we trap shoot, then I kill my own Dreg, because I don't feel like taking that Ember Drain. And I may as well dumpster these stats into the boss. Look at this. Shark just 1v1s this whole first floor. This unit with Cuddlebeard is nuts. He's just going to also kill all of the scary stuff on this turn too. I mean, he's just out of control. I don't even know what else to say. I may as well put a Dreg down. It doesn't really matter. I have so much daze because of the draw orders here. But we hit the Wicklash with our guys, so I'm feeling pretty decent about it. We're going to sit on this molded. I'm not going to play the foregone power. It's fine. Thanks, Shark. Very cool. And then Shark comes back for the next round. Bam. We get a free crush on middle, which completely neuters that. Incredible. I could unnamed tome this, but he's strong enough that I don't feel like I need to. Burnout. Burnout. And then more burnout. It's good. We're leaving that purge copy. It's fine. I'll elevator him. I'm doing this because I could get chains, right? I think chains here is yeah, all right. I want to freeze. I want to silence chains. And then we just play Shark again in the middle, and he insta kills this floor pretty much. Not even mad about it. We do get big stealth down, which is good. Sure, I'm down. Let's draw first. Wicklash, cool. I'm gonna leave the seeds out then. My play here is I wish to extend the burnout on this. We're gonna go ahead and double stealth. I'm gonna play this. It makes it free. I don't know why I cared, but it's okay. 7, 6, it's good. I'm gonna burn the wicks here. I don't need them. I don't care at all. They actually swing, which is unbelievable. Mid-floor looking good. That floor dies for sure. Yeah, we're chilling. In fact, I actually I can drop Siren Song and daze out the boss. Kind of bizarre that I'm able to get away with this, but I'm happy to. Right? In case my stealth runs out, I might as well. These guys are super dead. And then I can just drop 240 into the boss. Honestly, that's pretty darn good, right? Let's equally balance those. I'm not going to play this foregone power nonsense. I don't think. No, I'm not going to. Fine. I'm a little worried about chains, but as you should be, I suppose. It's not ideal. This does not inspire confidence. Mid floor is clear. Shark on bottom floor is very good. Alright, let's shoot chains. Every bit of frostbite matters here. I'm not going to play stealth. Is that true? I'm going to apply as many of these as possible. I'm going to take the molded into a dreg here, and then... Huh. There was a world I could have done this and then buffed him up to kill the Protector and put the 185 in the chains. We're not dead, are we? Let's watch it. I want to watch this in slow-mo. 45, 40 damage. He's taking 85. That's 3 rounds. No, I'm not dead. No, we're fine, in fact. Okay. It's actually closer than anyone wanted there. Look. Look, look, look. I know what you're thinking. Ah, gosh. Just play better, but... Look, it happens, alright? It happens. Ooh, that was a scary turn. That is what we call the scary floor. Hey, we just... Yeah, I roll and kill the other mini-boss. That seems good to me. I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. Oof. Alright, we're good. We're chilling. It's fine, alright? 9 health is plenty. Okay? 9 health is absolutely enough. Okay, extend the burnout to match the stealth here, in my opinion. The rest of this is just, I think we just click. We want a buff in the back, I think. Yeah, as long as our man's not burning out, I think it's fine. Sheesh. What a spicy turn that was. No, we didn't die. We're too powerful for death. It's too easy. The game is free. I don't know. I obviously misplayed that turn pretty handily, and I'm not pleased by it, but that's okay. You know, I think we had it otherwise and didn't do a great job of it. I don't want my guy to burn out, so we're gonna play it like this. I'm gonna work on everything here. Does my shark die here? I didn't actually check. No, he does not pass away. That's okay. I'm not mad about it. We're fine. We win. It's easy. Game is actually free. I'm not clicking anything. And then you know what I could do? I could press Siren Song and lose because of extinguish triggers. It's fine. We get the win. You know, chains. That front guy, that 185 changes a lot if I had actually gotten that connected. That is a misplay, but we're not dead. It's fine. Man, you know, it's tough because I move so fast to try to balance speed of a run versus actually playing optimally, and it actually demoralizes me so much to have people be like, what a misplay. Gosh, can't believe it. And then you get some people who are sensationalize it to the point where they're like, am I blind? Is he blind? Is he stupid? I don't know. It's one of the reasons I don't actually think I would ever make it as a very big streamer or anything. Yeah, our score sucks because of that. I lost so much score there. It's unfortunate. Self-infused Baron line. I guess I can see it. That doesn't seem very good, but I guess I can see it. That's weird. What are you even getting killed? Are you just playing Shark on the same floor? I guess you have to be, right? Yeah, alright, you're playing a 6th floor unit with Shark on the same floor as Baron. Alright, it kinda works. I don't think it's fast enough. You're carried pretty hard by Shark, but that's kind of a cool line. I don't think I would ever run this. Also, you were a genius and took Vapor Funnel. It's fine. What do we get here? Yeah, something similar. The Cold Kalia. They used the Baron Infusion on this. It's not a bad call. I think that's fair. I don't think the Baron Infusion does much. Most things are dying off floor. But I guess this person didn't actually use the Shark. Wow. Bold. Imagine not taking Titan Sentry, huh? Ugh, gross. Well, I guess this works out if you have Rector Harvest, right? He's infinitely strong. Yeah, same kind of ideas. You get the stealth, you get everything else. I think our score looks way better if I actually get the 6,000 points. Yeah, we actually are highest score if I don't completely botch Divinity there. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't really know what else to add about it, but it's fine. I think you have to take Shark because he's just so strong. And then Cold Kalia is fine. She's not particularly excellent, but with I have 4 times spell chain Wicklashes, I think you're doing okay. You have some people who have a holdover on a Wicklash. I guess I didn't hunt for the holdover. We each have a very different runs overall, but I'm interested in who was the submitter here? Mythos. Where did you lose? I want to talk about this person's score. All right, let's see. Here we are. What do we have? You lost on Divinity. Got it. Okay, we have... This draft does not inspire confidence. This isn't really doing anything for you. This feels like unnecessary shards, in fact. True. You have the shark. You didn't take Cuddlebeard. That's rough. Yeah, that's rough. I think Cuddlebeard's important. Actually, your run looks very similar to another run. The person who got the highest score here with the double self-infused Wickless Baron with the multi-strikes. Very similar, but just less clean version of it. Yeah, I think you needed some of these spell chains into better cards like Wicklashes or Engulfed in Smokes or something. 2 molded. Would you dupe the molded? You need to. I think this is a mistake that I see some people making that maybe I should talk about a little more. I think I see people duping random useful cards more often than I'd like. It's very rare that you actually need to do this, right? Like, what is this second molded actually doing for you? You bring back a dreg? You're bringing back this draft that I still don't know why you made? It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Your runs don't look too terribly different from this one, though. Same idea, right? I think the big thing that you missed was no Cuddlebeard. Cuddlebeard plus this Titan Sentry is disgusting, though. I mean, that is truly outrageous. Yeah. Man, I'm still bummed about this. I really should have thought about that front guy a little more. I had the pieces to connect the stealth, and then I could have buffed him 2 more times with the Wicklashes, and he would have killed in front. We would have put Rector's 185 through to the mini boss, and then that kills him. That is a big mistake that I noticed it as soon as I did it, and I wasn't gonna replay the combat, but it's a bummer to make that kind of a mistake. I'm just moving too quickly trying to get this episode to like reasonable conclusion. And I look at the numbers and I go, I'm not dead, right? And it gets close. I mean, you get down to 9 health, it's fine, right? 9 health. It's when you're winning, 9 health is the same as 140 health, but it does still feel bad, especially when I'm recording the runs and everyone gets to watch me make those mistakes. It's tough. But I do think there's an important balance between me spending an extra 20 minutes making sure I don't make any mistakes like that versus me saving those 20 minutes and just taking a little bit more pyre damage, right? Monster Train is not that finicky. And it's good that it's not, because if it was, I don't think I would be playing it on YouTube. So, hey, here you go. Thanks, Mr. Shiny Shoe. All right, I'm going to leave you at that. That's 59 wins in the series. I'm happy to have done it for you. So, yeah, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.